Hello everyone, Sheila back again. I've done quite a bit now with the poncho. I'm up to 17 inches. The pattern says to do it to 25 inches. The width is, that's for the length from down here. This just goes from your neck down to your arm, and I'm not sure whether that might be a bit too long because I measured from here as best I can down to there, and to have it 25 inches is going to come right down past my wrist. I haven't got that long arm, only do 17-inch sleeves for myself when I do sweaters and things, but I think I might do this just a little bit shorter. So I'm supposed to do 3 inches of this is called Spice, this colour. Supposed to do 3 inches of this. I think I'm going to make this my last row. That'll make it about 2.5 inches. Tape measure here. Oh no, it's nearly 3 inches, just short of 3 inches actually. So this is my last row of the spice, and I'll be changing to the cream. So I think I'm going to do 1 or 2 rows less on the other colours, because I think it might be a bit too long from what I see when you look at the picture there. She's got it right down to her wrist practically there. But anyway, I'll see when I get that far. So I have to do just 1 more row on this colour and then change to the cream. And I have been doing a tutorial on my other channel for this rib pattern that I done on Claudette's cardigan, because it is a little bit different. So I've done a tutorial for anybody that wants to know how to do this. It's a 2x1, but it's not just a simple 2x1 rib. So it's on my other channel, Sheila's Just Knitting. It's uploading there at the moment actually, for anybody that wants to see how to do it. And I have been looking at some old photographs today. Some of my, with my grandkids on, and I was looking at one of the photographs with my granddaughter Cheryl. She's 32 now, and on that photograph I am wearing this cardigan. I never realised how long it is since I knit this cardigan. And I knit this cardigan, you can't see very well because I've had to put my ring light on again, because it is after 4 o'clock. But you can see the pattern. It's like the Irish must-stitch, like the double must-stitch pattern on it. And I bought this wool from Aldi's. Well, it's over 20 years. Because Cheryl was, I think she looks about 10 on the photograph, so it's over 20 years since I knit this cardigan. And I know it was wool I bought from Aldi's. The sole at the time, the wool was a lot better than what it is now. They were big 200-gram balls. They were babies wool. And I think I bought 1 ball of the pink when I knit this cardigan. I bought a ball of the white, which I've just recently got rid of that cardigan actually because it was no longer white anymore. And a pale green, which I still have, and a pale blue, which I still have. So those cardigans must be over 20 years old, because I knit them all straight away, one after the other, after I got the wool. And you know, that wool was a much better wool than what they supply you with these days. Like, this cardigan is over 20 years old. There is no fluff, you know, the pilling, I think it's pilling you call it. There's no fluff whatsoever anywhere on this cardigan, for a cardigan that's over 20 years old. There's no, like, what I knit with Aldi's now, anywhere you lean on, you end up with this fluffy bits all over the sleeves, and maybe it's the fronts of the cardigan that you lean on. So at one time their wool used to be a lot better than what it is now. And I think at the time, I think I paid a little bit more for it actually. I think I paid about $2.99 for, well, it was 200-gram ball, so paid about $2.99, I think, if I remember rightly. And I just wish they still sold that same kind of wool. They don't sell it. That was just for babies. So if they don't sell it, it's all the same kind of wool they sell now. They don't have any babies or it's just for adults. It's all one kind now, just in different thicknesses. And it was a much better quality wool all them years ago. And I have one or two other cardigans that I've knitted probably around about, maybe it's a little bit later and that, and the wool was much better. I've noticed when I wear them, I don't get the fluff all over the sleeves, and like I do on whatever I knit with now from there. The wool is just not the same as it used to be. But I am hoping to get this finished, but it is getting rather heavy. I don't know what this is going to weigh when I'll pull that off on the, what it's going to weigh when by the time it's finished. But I can put it over. It's going to be stitched to 2 pieces. There's going to be another piece over the other side. I'm not sure whether this is getting nearer the length, but it has to be stitched from about here down the front. I think I've got more than half on the front. It has to be stitched down the front, and you leave a long slit for it to come over the head. So I don't think I need to do a lot more. Just need to bring it down to about where my cuff starts, I think, on there. Because you don't want it going over the top of a hand if it's for Dagry riding a bike. I don't think she'll want her hands underneath the thing. So I'm probably going to do it a little bit shorter than the 25 inches what it says on the pattern. But it is feeling quite heavy because this is cotton. This is Dagry asked me for cotton. But I think should have been much better with acrylic, because acrylic's lighter. And this is, I think there's only 200 meters on the balls, so it just doesn't go as far, which is making it rather heavy actually. And I think the acrylic would have probably been much better. Than what the cotton is, because the cotton is a lot heavier than what acrylic is. And what I've ever had knitted in cotton myself before does tend to stretch a little bit as well when they're washed, which is something I don't like. I would never ever knit in cotton for myself. I like the acrylic. And I can't knit in wool because I'm allergic to it. I can't have wool for myself because I just itch like something not right if I do something with wool. So I can only have acrylic anyway. Not that I wouldn't do cotton anyway. I don't like things made in cotton. I'm funny that way. So I'm just going to finish off what I'll only be crocheting up until it's 4:30 now. I've been going to get my tea. I haven't been to my granddaughter yesterday because she's doing another one of those craft fairs in Royal Keys in North Shields where we live. She's taking all her stuff from her Etsy shop to see if she can sell anything on the like big like Christmas craft fairs at the moment. So I haven't been to my granddaughter's today, so I'll be making something for my tea shortly. And then I'll come back and I'll probably not switch my television on until about 7 o'clock. That's usually when I switch my telly on. I don't have my telly on during the day. I don't bother watching anything. I just put it on at night time, and then I'll be finished with this, and then I'll be on with knitting, because I can't crochet of a night time because I have to see what I'm doing when I'm crocheting. So I'll be doing some knitting. I've got the back done. The little cardigan, you know, with the open moss stitch pattern on. So I'll be doing a little bit more of that tonight. Put that down on there on one side. And I have been sorting out my this was the bag that Sandra sent me, and you can see, Sandra, how very handy it is. It's got pockets all around. I have one pocket here. This is my little book that I put all my orders and things like that in, and that fits handy into that pocket there. My other pocket, that's my bag with my crochet hooks and all things like that in. That's another pocket there. And I have, that's another one of my books that I write all my patterns in, and it fits nicely into that little slot there. So I have another little slot if I want to put another book in there. And the big wide pocket comes in very handy. That's some of the patterns I've got in there. That's my graph paper that I work patterns out on. And that's my book that Sandra sent me with all the stitches in. They come in handy in those pockets. And then inside, I have got all of my things that I'm knitting. I've got a yellow cardigan that I'm doing, a little child's yellow cardigan. That cinnamon one there, that's my cardigan when I get round to it. And another brown one I've got in down there. And I've got all my needles here. Just the needles from my, if I can get them out. Just the needles for the zing ones I keep in here, instead of putting them in my other bag where I have all my other needles in, because I would just be hunting through the whole lot trying to find the needles, because I have a great big case full of needles here, all sorts in here, all different kinds, which I've probably collected over the years. You can see all the needles that's in there, all sorts of different needles in there. So those ones will probably only ever get used if I haven't got the size and the zing, or I'm doing more than one thing. I've got those ones in there. And then I've got a set of all these are the little ones I use for tutorials. Here, I've got 2 different kinds in here. I've got some I got from Mariners, and some other ones I sent away for. These are just all the sizes that I'll probably ever need for tutorials and things like that. But those ones will not get used very often. My bag down there, and my crochet will be going into that before I start watching the television. And that's just my little bit for today. Now I'm going to make myself some tea and sort out a bit more crochet, and then start on my knitting when I watch the TV. See what crap there is on the television. I'll probably look for some films and that. I have hard drives full of films and all that. I just watch those most of the time, because it's just, I'm not a soap person. I don't watch the soaps. It's just a load of crap. Nothing like real life as far as I'm concerned. So the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another day. So bye for now.